Hey, look, YouTube, welcome back to a new video with Rams fan YT. Today we are going to be doing predictions of the National League. I really messed these ones up last season, so I'm going to try my best to make amends this season and get at least one right, or at least nearby. I want to get a bit closer this season, so I've looked at all of the databases and the history and looked at other things. Looked at the last 5 seasons. I've looked at the managers and their profile in large detail, looked at all the players in a whole, and have come up with these predictions. So hopefully they're much better. I've gone 24th York City. Lots of their players have no experience at this level, so I think we'll struggle to adapt to this level of football. John Askew as manager has been successful at this level, but the squad needs improvement, so that's why I put them in 24th. 23rd, Dorking Wanderers. They have never been at this level before. Never before. They only have 4 players that are good enough, really, for this level, in my opinion. That means they need to have a mass recruitment. But it won't be enough, really, and they'll go back down the leagues. I think they've peaked too soon, really. Maybe spend a few more years in the National League South, building the squad up, and then push again. 22nd, I'm going with Barnet. The attendances have plummeted since 2013 at the club, and that is having a severe effect on teams' performances. They have continued to stagnate in the National League, apart from the one decent season I've seen in 2019-20. In 2020-21, they finished in this position, but they were reprieved from relegation due to no promotion and relegation occurring at that time. Dean Brennan has been an awful manager with them, having a spell in back in September 2021. He had 5 losses, 2 draws in only 7 games. And this is just because of his inexperience at this level of a non-league game, really. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Barnet, going down. 21st, Maidstone United. Yes, they have a decent squad for a National League South side. But in terms of the comparable squads for the National League, they are slightly weaker. The only experience Hakim Hayrettin, the manager, has at this level is with Braintree, and he got relegated with them. So it doesn't look that good on his CV, really. 20th, Woking. Again, a team who are very mediocre at the moment. They finished 15th last season, and in fact, they haven't been competitive this level full stop, really, since they got promoted. I still think they'll stay up, as they have a decent and experienced non-league players who know how to get out of sticky situations. But Darren Saar has had very poor spells, and then just kind of rescues it. So if they stick with him, they will just about manage to survive. Although they could get rid of him now, maybe not. But 19th, Boreham Wood. They are historically a mid-table side in this league, but I think with the current setup, they're moving more towards the sides they had during the 2018-19 and 2015-16 campaigns, with only a couple of good players in the likes of Mark Ricketts, David Stevens, and Jamal Fifield. But everybody else is average to below average, really. This will be a disappointing season overall unless they get some more prestige players. 18th, Gateshead. Last time they were at this level in 2018-19, they finished in 17th, but they were relegated due to economic problems and kind of a bit of a technicality, really. I think they are a similar standard to them, really. From academies of far northern clubs have got players from Newcastle United, Sunderland, and Middlesbrough's academies. And I think that means they've got a good pool of talent to really drive on. And I don't think they'll be challenging for promotion, but certainly stabilise in this league. 17th, Southend United. Oh, how far this club has fallen. There was nothing from last season which gave me hope that this season will be a success, and therefore they'll finish in lower mid-table. I'm also anticipating a potential point deduction, really, for financial irregularities and masses of debts. They could even be in administration, to be honest. It's absolutely awful going on at Southend at the moment. So I hope they don't get into administration, but they could well do. I respect the loyalty though shown by Kevin Maher, but he is inexperienced, so I think they will only finish 17th. 16th Eastleigh. They've been at this level for years now, but every season creates more and more competition at this level, and they frequently finish anywhere between 9th and 18th. So I've gone towards the lower end of that with 16th place finish, like they did in 2019-20. They have two good players, and they are Christian Makoma and Usinu Cisse. Lee Bradbury is inexperienced at this level, but kept easily up last season, although that really wasn't much of a challenge if you look at the competition. The relegation picture was almost over as soon as it started, really. 15th, Aldershot Town. Not going to make the same stupid mistake with them again of predicting them to win the league. What was I thinking? They've been in this position before, back in 2015-16, but they have been both better and worse in more recent seasons. If we look at their star signing this transfer window of Josh McCruid, who was only 32 despite being all the way around the Football League, and he had a decent goal scoring record at Weymouth of a goal every 4 games. It's not that bad of an output, really, is it? And therefore, if he remains fit, I think 15th will be a respectable finish, although it won't pin down just on him, there'll be other players as well. 14th, Maidenhead United. With players like Kane Ferdinand, Charlie Adams and Kobe Arthur, I think they'll do slightly better than the 17th from last season. And during the 2020-21 season, they finished 13th. So I think they'll do all right. I think they just had a little bit of a blip last season at certain points. 13th, gone with Oldham Athletic. The owners have no interest whatsoever in funding this club, so I think they'll struggle. And I really feel sorry for the Oldham fans. They have relatively decent players at this level, but the drop is more difficult than people expect. I mean, Notts County, Yeovil and Southend are all still in the league, having been relegated fairly recently. Furthermore, we've got John Sheridan as manager, and his only experience at this level was with Chesterfield. And where did they finish during that spell? They finished in 22nd. That was one, I think, maybe the worst ever performance by Chesterfield. So he needs to adapt to this level quickly, or just get rid of him, to be honest, and get a new one in. 12th, Whalestone. They have several internationals, and they have very good forwards as well, like Nathan Ferguson, Josh Rumera, and Reece Brown, who will have a combined probably 25 goals plus, I imagine. They've also gained some good midfielders already in this window, really, but they're very far away from pushing for promotion. But I don't think they'll be struggling for relegation. No, they were last season. Probably mid-table-ish. Yeah, 12th, I think. Respectable. 11th, Wrexham. They have the largest squad in the National League and are overspending for this league. If they don't start well, then there'll be splits within the dressing room, and that will lead to a disappointing campaign. I feel a bit like a Manchester United sort of esque thing going on, with just too large of a squad, too big of an egos, maybe. I think they should have got promoted last season, because this season's going to be more of a struggle. Need a bit more. I wouldn't have just gone splashing the cash if I was the owners. I would have been very careful and considered. I think they will still challenge for the playoffs, but it'll be a bit disappointing campaign, really. 10th, I'll go with Chesterfield. They do have a good enough squad to challenge for the playoffs, and I think they will. But just look at the drop-off at the end of the season, last season. Like, they were pretty much nailed on automatic promotion for 2/3 to 3/4 of the season. They finished the season 7th. And I think they'll start poorly this season. Just that negativity will continue to fester. But they'll just miss Paul Cook and will rise back up and look like playoff challengers. But I don't think they'll quite get there, really. 9th, gone with Altrincham. Some of the players like Josh Lundstrom and Ben Pringle are very experienced, been around all around the EFL and now are in the non-league. And they also brought in good youngsters like that Jay Cooper guy. And Phil Parkinson is a winner, having dragged Altrincham from the Northern Premier League to the National League. And I think they're now going to start challenging for the playoffs. 8th, Yeovil Town. They were in the Football League not long ago and will start the rebuild instead of the mid-table mediocrity they've had recently. But I think they will challenge for the playoffs, only just missing out. Signings such as Jamie Record, who is used to this level, will help them to push on. really. Yeah. 7th for sort of playoff positions, FC Halifax Town. They always reach the playoffs, and so I back them to do it again. This will be down to good players like Sam Johnson, Luke Summerfield, Jerry McDonough, and Jordan Slew. All very good players at this level. And it's probably, playoffs reasonable. 6th, Scunthorpe United. On paper, they have one of the best squads in the league, if not the best. Furthermore, Keith Hill is an experienced manager. So I reckon that they will start a bit slow, though. It takes a while to adjust to this level. But once they have adjusted to this level, they'll push off and reach the playoffs. Probably winning. I think cheeky shout of Scunthorpe winning the playoffs already. Yeah. 5th, Notts County. They always, without fail, reach the playoffs, but don't get promoted via it. It's just really odd. There's some good players at this level, like Sam Slocum, Carl Cameron, Jim O'Brien, Aaron Nimane, Adam Chickson, Toby Adebayo Rowling, and Geraldo Badrami. That is a very good squad. They could well go on to reach upper ends of the table. The only problem I have is the inexperience of Luke Williams as manager. His only first-team manager spell was with Swindon Town. This was at Sweeney level. I think he had a few youth roles, but he only had a winning percentage of 26.7%. So it's a bit of a gamble, but overall, 5th place. Yeah, they'll get playoffs. 4th, Bromley. They reached the playoffs in 2020-21, and they did challenge last year, so I think they'll reach the playoffs this season. They have good players like Billy Bingham and Byron Webster, and Andy Woodham actually quite a good win percentage at Bromley, with almost a win every other game. And his squad scores lots of goals, so I don't see why they can't finish 4th, really. 3rd, Torquay United. They finished 2nd only in 2020-21, so I think they'll reach the playoffs again. I think. Some of the players that are at the club, like Tom Lapsley, Asa Hall, and Dean Moxley, are all very, very good players. Furthermore, Gary Johnson is the most experienced manager in the league, so has good and bad spells, but will be able to reap success at this club. I think, yeah. I know they didn't finish as well as they probably should have last season, but everyone has an off season every now and again, and they'll go back up to fighting. 2nd, Dagenham and Redbridge. There are several players at their peak of their powers, sort of where you would assume the max, like the peak of their game. Players such as Paul McCallum, Matt Robinson, and Manny Onoriase. This is the season, therefore, that they will have the success that's been slowly building over the last few seasons. If Darryl McMahon reaps the success he had at Ebbsfleet United, then they will succeed. And finally, you probably figured out, top of the league, Solihull Moors. They reached the playoff finals last season and only just missed out on promotion. It was 2-1 in the end. The very slender margins. They were leading it for quite a bit as well, I think. Although the BBC were having a bit of a mess, so maybe not. I will not forgive you, BBC, for that, because you got me thinking that Solihull got promoted, and they did not. The club are approaching a new era, though, under Neil Ardley, who has experience of a win, and he has quite a winning mentality. And that's because he's been at so many clubs. They also have decent players. Joe Sabara, Alex Reed, and Justin Donawa are all very good players at this level. I am finished. That is my National League predictions. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. If you are new around here, that would be hugely appreciated. I'm going to do some pre-recordings. I'm away on an archaeological dig for my residential TV next week. So both pre-recordings will be on Sunday, and then I'll upload them on a respective day. Got History of your club, Bristol Rovers, and we've got the predictions for League 2. But goodbye for now.